will, and the teams are clashing so fast right away. Bodies going to be swinging into each other. It's a rumble in the pits. It's not really a pit, it's more of a corridor, but it doesn't matter because the Valiant are coming out on top. They've got the early kills. KSP shredding them, putting in that consistent damage. Reaper very, very effective, in particular in this section of the map.
Yeah, great strategic choice for KSP to go over to the Reaper. Obviously, that's another hitscan hero that he's really proficient at as well.
Look at this aggression.
Oh, McGravy!
McGravy is out of position. He's all over the place. Someone save McGravy, please. He's okay.
He's at the enemy spawn.
What is he doing? He's in their spawn. Okay. I mean, the man maybe he can't be saved when he's that far out into no man's land, but the team are definitely going to be making a good away of it. Rain goes in for the boop.
Wow.
He connects it, asserting his dominance over the enemy Lucio. You hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen.
Quite a ways to go here. Stitch has moved over onto the McCree to try and apply a bit more pressure on the KSP and Shax, but Valiant are keeping up this constant aggression.
Big Earth Shatter comes out from Rawdead. That might be enough to turn this one around, but he does fall. The picks are already going their way. McGravy is, he's caught out of position once more, but hopefully his team can reciprocate at least. Come into the back line, and they do manage to peel. Dreamer goes for the Earth Shatter. He's no stranger to it. But it looks like the Valiant investing so much into this fight to try and turn this one. Could be anyone's game, but not quite when KSP unloads that much lead.
Yeah, KSP with the turn, and this just looks like Valiant all over the place. Stitch has never had an opportunity to even get started in any of these team fights, because Valiant's constant aggression has kept the Justice on the back foot. Some desperation swaps now.
Oh, wow.
Arc and Tuba trying to touch the point, but it just...
All available to him. No blinks. It doesn't even matter, and now with Washington Justice, because of that fight win, over on the other side of the map, they just get torn to pieces. They try to take it heads up, straight away onto the high ground, but the Valiant have so much overwhelming damage and presence that they're able to win that team fight out, and they've already capped up the point.
What strange positioning from AimGod to stay with his...
Yes, a little French pastry, I know that word very well. the Juba with the Storm Arrows. Yo, the fadeaway stick was kind of clean by Shax, but the Immortality Field will be blocking that. Juba with 3 kills now. He has opened it up. Will it be enough?
Oh, wow.
4 kills? Does he have to get a 5th to really make this happen? So close to making it work. The recall forced out. It's being assaulted from every single angle. Yoinked forward, putting a body onto the point to force him to the low ground to try and contest this one. KSP sending the damage in. Chanu in trouble. Doesn't get the ult off. Gets brought down. KSP, that Disco Orb helped him out tremendously. And you can see this damage that's just yoinked into them. The halt by Dreamer. And the combo is evident, as you can see. Valiant already flipping the point over into their favor.
Immortality Field thrown out there just to help Lastro, who's on his own on the low ground without a shield to hide behind. But AimGod goes down, and Tuba's shortly following as KSP unloads lead with his Ash. Coming in from an off angle with the distraction from Dreamer, and the Valiant just make it look simple as they come back in. A lot of players are weak, but they're getting the picks. The damage is done.
Yep, the ults have come through. Valiant are looking tremendous. Dragon Strike does take out Rain from afar. I don't think he was aware of it, but a couple of players remaining now as Washington try and contest this one. You can see Stitch trying to do the Lord's work, but beaten down by Shax. Loses the 1v1, the recall, the stick. He got moved off the point, but Shax, you're just styling on him at this point. The 3K? Are you kidding me? Show me some more. I'm hungry for it, Shax, and Shax is hungry for the win. Multiple kills going his way. He makes it look easy. The Valiant taking map number 1.
Succeed. I wonder whether Washington know that this is happening to them.
They do indeed. Tuba takes him out with the stray arrow. I was going to say they do know because KSP shot one of them as Widowmaker earlier, but there you go. That one shot may have been a critical mistake because the Washington Justice are just rolling over them. Or are they? Because remember, it is going to be the attacker's advantage when it comes to the spawn point. KSP, from his little perched position, is able to pump in enough of these damage. And if he events anyone there, and now we see the counter ults coming out from Valiant as they're just rolling into the back line. Rolling thunder, if you will. Tuba, quick little headshot there from the Storm Arrow, but it won't be enough. Dreamer goes for the pin straight against the lamppost. Very, very sturdy metal in the UK, we all know.
Yep.
All familiar with the new material.
He just went straight underneath the Washington Justice and went for a fast nano boost approach.
Oh my.
And now it's going to be Washington re-engaging, getting use out of that supercharger. It goes down fairly quickly, but the damage has already kind of been done.
Yeah, they want to commit. They want to commit to this fight completely. And it's just worked out for them. That was such a risky maneuver, but the Blizzard just completely split up Washington. Did not allow them to enter into the fight to try and help up the tank line. And they've rolled forward. Here comes Bobby Boy trying to open it up for the team. Dynamite up top. Dreamer goes for another ludicrous shatter. Did you see that ludicrous shatter from last night? Dreamer went for it, but it did not work out. He goes for them. I got to respect it.
I mean, he got 3 people there. It was pretty decent because they didn't manage to follow up on the people that were shattered, but they killed everybody else.
I'll be fall in the end. KSF just trying to shove in the icicles from the sidelines, and Raw will fall. The wall does not do enough to try and stop them, but the Gravitic Flux counteracting it. But the Ice Block, as you can see, KSF just dodging the brunt of the damage. And it is looking like an inevitability. Valiant are rolling this one. They are so close to pushing this one into the final sections. And there you go, 2 minutes, 28 seconds. A lot of time.
Zen and the Batiste.
The aggression! Oh my goodness. The Ice Block from KSF just comes out in the nick of time. He was almost dead, and Dreamer gets punished. A fantastic Ice Wall from Tuba. Just split up the Valiant as they went for the aggressive approach. And now he's going to do it again. McGravy, he's caught. He might have had the retweet from Haley, but it's not enough.
Halsey,
Haley. Counter Gravitic Flux now sent up. Janu up in the air, straight back down again. Immortality Field is there to keep them all alive, and it will be the Justice who are coming out on top.
Good work from them so far. Nice use of ultimates. That Flux to engage was a lot of damage if the Valiant try and contest point B. It's going to buy a lot of time, and Ark's still got his Amp Matrix as well. This is going to be so hard for Dreamer.
Contesting at the last second here. You can see Valiant moving in now with the sound barrier. Rain trying to lead his team in, but it is all for naught as the Washington Justice are able to get the pickoffs needed. KSP tries to even it out, but Stitch is ready and waiting. He's on that McCree, one of his roles that he's known pretty well for. And it's going to be a nice little finish there. Washington Justice looking.
McGravy still has this Flux, and he's about to get it up. If they can survive this from Janu, they could be in a good position for a counterattack, but there's just no chance. Oh, the Shadow coming out. It's a 3-man Tuba. Stitch and Aim got hit the floor.
Dreamer, what an absolute savage. Goes for the Shadow, connects it, but it's all for nothing. The Washington Justice are the ones who are coming out on top. They play around it. They get the heals. Worrying sign. Rain has to use this sound barrier just to keep the team alive, give them the HP necessary. McGravy now moving over to the Wrecking Ball. He's spinning without a care in the world, but Aim God again from afar is pumping in the damage with the Discord Orb. Still, can they stop KSP from this high ground position? This perch is so dangerous to be in. Now Aim God, he's built up enough damage to build another Transcendence. Unleashed to try and keep his team alive, but Janu had the anti-nade on him. Couldn't be healed through it, will be taken down. Still a winnable fight for the Washington Justice. They don't want to give it up just yet. Valiant are fighting with everything though. Bob going to be utilized now. KSP just missing the shots. Trying to bring down Ark from the high ground once more. Finally removed him. Declawed him from that position. 1 minute left. Ice Wall is going to split up Tuba. And look at the damage! Dreamer just swinging away, and he's got this Earth Shadow. I know he wants to let it go. But I know he wants to unleash it. And there you go. Close quarters Mayhem. 3 players hitting the deck, but it's a Washington who come up winning. Rain with the sound barrier now to try and keep his team in it. It connects onto almost everybody, but it's not enough to keep up Lastro as he will fall. McGravy though answers back. Beautiful Gravitic Flux, removing 2 players from the fight. The Washington Justice are desperately trying to hold on now with only 30 seconds remaining. The fight is cleaned up. KSP and McGravy, fantastic performance from them. Flux takes him off the card. Someone needs to touch this one. Someone needs to touch it right now. They came so close to almost losing this one, but the Washington Justice are getting the opportunity. It's available to them with this overtime, but now KSP onto the Widowmaker. We've seen this one play out before, but will it play out in the favor of the Valiant, or will the Justice be able to clutch this one up? Aim God makes his move straight over him. He wants to take the 1v1, and he will be winning it. McGravy, the last man standing on the point, and the Washington Justice finally get that final
kill KSP. So there was no threat of that crossfire.
I will say there is a benefit to them even knowing that KSP is there, because you still have to dedicate some resources to try and take him out. They want to go so aggressive. You can see the Immortality Field immediately destroyed. The Accretion comes in. So much damage into the close quarters here. Everyone's getting slept. Frozen Dreamer. He just charges in. He sent out so many players onto the other side of the balcony. What have I just witnessed? Absolute anarchy. Pandemonium. The Washington Justice now just seconds away from losing this map. They thought they had a handle on it. They thought they could make it work. Dreamer already used his Earth Shatter. I don't know who it caught, but at the end of the day, does it really matter? Just Janu left alive. The wall will break them away, and that is going to be the Los Angeles Valiant taking map number 2.
2 portions. It's McGravy and Shax over on the left-hand side, trying to fight for this flank. And the Washington Justice, they don't bother with the main core of the Valiant. They just pull back, put a lot of damage into McGravy, and end up coming away with the kill on Shax. So a decent start to this defense, but losing Janu and then also losing Tuba, this is starting to fall to pieces.
Yeah, this is the divide and conquer approach. Take the high ground away from them, you surround them from every single angle, and you just pepper in the damage, and they cannot afford to really look one way or the other, because it doesn't matter which way they look. And if you are raw, damage still being pumped in, but finally the supercharger comes down. Dragon Strike as well, just to split up the Valiant, not letting them really get an entryway into this fight, but McGravy wants to use his Gravitic Flux anyway, and he gets a lot of value out of it. Arc falling means there's not going to be a lot of heals left for the Justice to try and remain onto this point. The last effort, I should say, coming out from Janu there, not quite enough, and that is going to be Los Angeles Valiant. He's doing just that, just trying to build up the Bob now. A little bit of an approach coming as well, as the Justice are trying to work similar angles, but with less success as Tuba does fall. Stitch as well, losing this 1v1 battle. Not quite a 1v1, as Shax had the benefit of the Discord Orb, but it means that the Valiant probably going to be the ones coming out on top as the victors in this strung out team fight.
And now 1 minute gone. And they're just trying to get a flank up on the high ground. It was Dreamer alongside Rain, I believe that was, who were playing on the high grounds trying to get value out of the supercharger. It's become very messy and scrappy, but the Valiant have given up ticks to be able to take control of the high ground. And again, they're fighting over the best positioning possible. But this has just become a series of 1v1s now, and whoever comes out on top, it'll just be the raw fragger. Stitch, with a little bit of help, manages to get the better end of Shax, but KSP on the high ground continues to unload shots. Stitch falls raw.
He's going to be healing his teammates now. KSP hunting for a shot or two, but that pick off onto Dreamer could be a good one. Could be the opening that the Justice needed. But it is even trades all over the place. What is that pulse bomb? 2 kills for him. Tuba finally brings him out, but it's a one-man army. KSP, the last one standing.